The United States has entered a political battle with China, and US lawmakers do not want Olympic athletes to use the digital yuan at the 2022 Games in order to protect the privacy of American athletes from the Chinese Communist government. And I've made many videos in the past in regards to CBDCs, and many would say those videos were conspiracies or opinion pieces. But now I no longer have to sell or convince you guys on the idea that central bank digital currencies are dangerous, because these politicians right now are stating the same exact thing, and they are admitting the dangers of CBDCs themselves. And these United States politicians have stated that when it comes to CBDCs, they can be tracked and traced by the People's Bank of China, and the politicians claim that the Chinese Communist Party could use the digital currency to surveil visiting athletes and upon their return to the United States. And I'm happy to see these statements coming from the United States, because it shows that they truly understand the dangers of a CBDC. As many of us are aware, the United States and Jerome Powell, they are in talks right now figuring out if they're going to have a CBDC. Jerome Powell has met with Brian Armstrong, and also the United States has stated that they don't want to just release a product fast. They'd rather take their time and do it right. For all we know, maybe USDC becomes the CBDC of the United States. We'll have to wait and see. But I believe that the United States understands the danger of these central bank digital currencies. And something else that I also said in previous videos that many people thought maybe is a conspiracy or is an opinion is that I said China already has the capability to track their citizens through Alipay and WeChat Pay. And for this reason, they're able to have a successful social credit system, the very harmful social credit system. And now it's only going to get worse, because now they're going to have a CBDC, which has even more control than WeChat Pay and even more control than Alipay. And when it comes to these US politicians, they cited the messaging and payment app WeChat as precedent, claiming the platform was already being used to surveil, threaten, and arrest Chinese citizens. Again, no longer an opinion piece. Everything that I said months ago is being shown to you right now directly from these politicians, and they urged the Olympic Committee to work with federal agencies to protect the privacy of American athletes from the Chinese Communist government. And yes, CBDCs are very intrusive. They take away privacy and they take away certain freedoms. However, there is a trade-off. There is a benefit of CBDCs, and China has debuted a blockchain-based digital yuan salary payments in a certain region of China that I can't pronounce. And according to the announcement, blockchain-based salary payouts significantly simplified the wage payout process. And this is something we see with technology in general. Over time, as technology evolves, things become easier. It becomes more intrusive and we lose privacy and certain freedoms, but things become more simple. For example, social media. That's probably the best example. And we're seeing the same thing here with these central bank digital currencies. And also, this article just came out yesterday. The digital yuan pilot has expanded to the insurance industry for the first time. And quote, as more users get used to making payments with the digital yuan and the market matures, the application scenarios will be able to expand from the insurance industry to more scenarios such as financial services, life services, and even the purchase of funds and trading in securities. So like most technology, it's a trade-off. It's more intrusive, less privacy, but then it becomes more simple. And it's not a trade-off that most people would want. It's personally one that I wouldn't make. And a conversation that I've had many times in the past is, what about a digital passport? When it comes to a physical passport, many problems, right? You can lose it, it can burn, it can get damaged, it takes a long time to renew. If you're in another country and you lose your passport, it can become very messy. But what about a digital passport, where all you need is a fingerprint or an eye scan? You have your identity everywhere you go. You can't lose it, you can't damage it, but also you're giving up a lot of your privacy. So these are these trade-offs that we have to make, and I don't want to make these trade-offs. But also, I've noticed in my previous CBDC videos that many people comment and they say, I'm never going to use the CBDC. I don't think that is going to be the case. I do believe that everyone will use CBDCs the same way that they use cash today. Most people walk outside they don't carry $5,000 of cash on them. They might carry $5, $100, $200, and then the rest of their money is locked away. Maybe it's at home in a safe, maybe it's in a bank. And I do believe it will be the same in the future with CBDCs. Yes, CBDCs are coming. In what form? We have to wait and find out. But people will be spending CBDCs the same way they spend cash. You might have a certain percentage of your money in CBDCs for daily payments, for going out, maybe places that only accept CBDCs. But the rest of your money will be stored, for example, in crypto assets such as Bitcoin and Monero. So I do think everyone is going to use CBDCs in the future. And it's very interesting to see how this will play out in the United States. This video is showing you that politicians understand the power and danger of a CBDC. So I hope the United States does it right. Hopefully they don't implement anything similar to what's going on right now in China with the digital yuan. So this is how I see the future of CBDCs. They will be here in some form and people will be using them, even people that are against them. But I want to know what you guys think. Put down in your comments below how you see the future of crypto and CBDCs in 30 years from now. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.